Hey everybody, how are y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? All right, good. Someone asked about making any object in Blender and BeamNG so that it's got collisions. I'm assuming that's what they meant in the email. The email asked me about well, the guy's English wasn't very uh, good, so what I could make out of it is normally he said he makes things in Blender for Beam, and the cars go through it because they got a collision mesh. So I'm going to just kind of briefly go over how you can just quickly make something in Blender and put it in Beam and give it a collision mesh. Now, he did also say stick to it. Now, that's a different thing. If it's going to stick to it, you got to do something a little different. So let me know if that's the case, because I'll have to do a different video on that. It basically involves flipping the normals, but you also got to have a model that is not normal flipped so that the texture looks right. So come in here, make your object, whatever you're going to make. We'll just make this box since it's already made. We'll put a picture on it, so something to look at. I don't even know what that is, but that's what's going on it. Alright. So we're going to put that in Beam. You got to change this texture name because you can't have everything can't say material, so you got to give it a unique name. Whatever you're going to give it, just give it something. If you're going to move it around, if you move it at all, if you scale it at all, if you move it, you need to reapply the transforms before you send it, or the collision mesh will not line up with it. You'll be running into things that you don't think should be there because the collision mesh is off. So we export it as a DAE. And also keep in mind, if you're one of those that like to use these modifiers, then when you go to export to DAE, you need to tell it geometry, apply modifiers in viewport, if you did have any. I typically apply all mine, so I don't have to fool with all that. But anyway, go to the level you want to put it in, whatever level you want it in. If you haven't loaded the level and hit save level in the world editor, then you won't have a folder in here for levels in the user folder. The user folder here is just where basically the changes you make to a level are. The core game installation path is where everything's stored, but things that you do to change the level are saved here. So I just loaded small grid and said world editor and save level. That's how that folder got there. And see, there's a couple new folders in here that I already put from yesterday's videos that I didn't post. So we're gonna put this one right here from today. Hopefully the thing will record this time. It's recording now, but somehow it quits recording when I load the game. I don't know. It's exported now. We can load the level and import that object, and I'll show you how to tell it to be visible mesh final. It's visible mesh final, not visible mesh, if any of y'all like to use that. And you definitely don't want to use that if you... That son of a bitch. Quit